now, sir.
All right, Fola. So tell us the story up until now quickly, then you continue from where you were before we got interrupted.
Okay, sir. So he told me that we are going to be, he has gone to FCMB bank to cross-check, and he's very sure that the visa is genuine. He even sent me what's it called? I asked him how did he check from FCMB, how did he check from the embassy and airport, when he told me he went to the airport and embassy to check. So I asked him how was he able to check. Then he now told me that they used to use MyCurie, that they will check through MyCurie, that once the MyCurie confirm it that it is real, then it is real. This was the picture he sent to me that he got from MyCurie, sir. It has the blue light, the MyCurie blue light, sir. Hello, sir.
Ah! Oh yeah, continue. MyCurie care. Continue.
So when he sent me that, he said what other proof do I need that he is genuine and is a pastor, that I should come to his house on Redeem Camp. I went to his house there on Redeem Camp. He stays at White House Lotto on Redeem Camp. So on getting to the house, I asked him to give me my passport so I can go show it to my mom that my visa is out and all of that, because he told me why everything was going on, I should not tell anybody, not even my mom. So I hid it from my mom. I said, now that it's out, at least I can tell my mom about it. He said no, that he has a revelation that there are so many evil forces around my home that they won't allow it to work if I should take the passport home. Then I met with the wife. So the wife just brought out so many passports in her bag. And she told me that have I seen other people's passports, that every other person they collected that they did the visa for, they did not allow them go with their passport because of the evil forces they saw in the revelation. So they can't give me my because of.
Hey, evil spirits, evil forces. Revelation, evil spirit, evil forces. Revelation, I'm listening. Continue your story.
So that we would have to undergo a COVID test before we travel. That the travel was scheduled for April, that's 17th of April 2022. That was the ticket they got for us, that it was scheduled for 17th of April. So I will have to come there 2 days before we go to Abuja for COVID test on Redeem Camp. He told me that the test will be done in the Redeem Camp hospital. But on getting there, the test was done in his sitting room. There was a guy was called to conduct the test. So the test
all this was conducted at Redeem Camp.
Yes, sir. The test was done in the sitting room. So they did the test and they asked us to meet up with him in Abuja the following day. When I got to Abuja, I met with 5 other people that they were also victims. So on getting there, we started discussing and everybody got communicating, and I found out, he told me that my own money is even the least of the money and I'm yet to pay my balance. So I told him I will pay the balance, that he should just hold on for me, that I will pay the balance. So now, I started liaising with other people. I find out that there are some that paid 3 million, which he told me that my own balance is 350,000 naira. So I agreed that I will pay, but he should give me time. Now, I met with another person, they paid 550,000 naira. So at that point, I became a bit relaxed that even my own money is the cheapest of the whole processing. Day one in Abuja, they told us that the tickets they got for us, we could not fly because there are other people in another hotel, that we are 80 people that we are going together for the conference. That there are other people in other hotel that they had to go and get a doctor to conduct their own COVID test, the one he did for us in his own sitting room. So now those people are the one delaying us. And once they get the COVID test done that day, we will move the following day. The third day we were supposed to move. He said they're on their COVID card that they've not write complete, so they need to go and get it to they need to get maybe a registered clinic that would tell them that they've been vaccinated. Fourth day, he said we did not have a BTA, that our BTA is not complete. At that point, he started calling us into the room one after the other in the hotel. He told us that he had to stay with us in the hotel because he just felt this passion for us, that he would have got to stay with other people in their own hotel, but he will stay with us in the hotel. At that point, he told us that we should embark on 7 days fasting and prayer while we were in the hotel, that we will break when we get there, and we all agree and we were fasting. Fast forward, it started bringing up different stories till the 10th day. The 10th day, I became inconvenient, like this is not how it's supposed to be. How will you come and tell me that the plane you book this time around is filled up? Will an airline collect money from us if their plane is filled up? Please, can I have the phone? Let me talk to the airline customer care and be sure that the airline is filled up, and we will go there, pay another money, then we'll get our another ticket booked. At that point, he has started calling us in one after the other, telling us revelations, then collecting their other victim BTA money, their dollars. He started collecting it from them. But when it got to my turn, I told him I will have to get to the counter of the ticket office before I pay any give my BTA. So the argument became rough. We took the okay. Now at that point, he now told us that the person that helped us to get the tickets, that the guy name is Razak, so he brought the guy that got the ticket for us, and because the ticket he got for us was cheap, that he got the ticket for 855,000 naira. That is why we have been having issue. So at that point, he now said maybe there is something wrong with the ticket. So if it's the ticket that there is something wrong with, let us go to another ticketing office and get the tickets done. From there, we got ourselves down to Life Camp Police Station, where we all find out that our visa and the ticket was fake. They never buy any ticket for us. They never got us any visa. At the Life Camp Police Station, when we got there, we met with the DPO there, and she was like, "How is this a visa?" So that was when he now collected the passport, and she now the DPO there is a woman, so she now scratched our passport and find out that visa they put on top was pasted there is actually a sticker that was pasted on our passports. Right there and there, pastor started pleading, and he started what's it called, that they should allow him, we should handle him with care. And with the wife, we find out that the wife that told us that she was traveling with us does not even have a visa on her passport, or does not even have a passport. And she claimed we were traveling together, we were in the hotel together, preparing to go together. Right there, before evening, we got a call from Barrister Nike Olawepo, who is a Redeem legal advisor. She works in the Redeem camp. She works at the secretariat at Redeem camp. So she called us and she was like, we'll get our money. We should not allow this case to escalate. We should bring the whole matter down to Redeem camp, since the money was used to build a house on Redeem camp. So right in their investigation, they find out that
visa money build house for Redeem camp.
Exactly, sir. While he was collecting the money, he was building a house. He built the house between the period of February 2022 and April. That was February and April that he built the house. Yes, the house was at POP level as at that time. So they've done the ties. They were doing the POP at that time. So they now said we should bring the case back to the camp. They sent a Redeem lawyer to us there to bail him, to get him out of the Life Camp Police Station. So we took the case back to camp. On getting there, we met with Barrister Nike Olawepo. We met with her in person in her office on Redeem camp. So she told us that we need to go and put our complaint.
Ibadan Expressway.
Redeem camp in Ibadan Expressway. Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We met with her there, and she told us that we need to go and put our complaint in written in a letter, that we should make it official, and we should take this is the letter, sir.
Just hold it a bit. But it doesn't have RCCG logo. There is no
No, we took
logo.
This was the one we wrote. This was the one we wrote.
Okay.
This was our own letter that we write to redeem. So we wrote this letter to redeem that we have been duped by a pastor in the Redeemed Christian Church of God, and he used our money to buy to build a house in the Redeemed Christian Church. So they now told us that they would do an investigation. The panel will be set up. They replied us that the panel will be set up. So they called us all, and we all gathered up at inside the Redeem camp at their code of conduct office. The panel was heard that very day by Pastor Austin, who is the head of Redeem Code of Conduct as at that time. So we met at the Code of Conduct office, and after they did their investigation, they called us again and they said they did their investigation and they find the pastor guilty, that the pastor was guilty of the crime, and the house will be revoked from him. They collected the documents to the house. They asked him to submit the documents, and they asked us to sign that how much did he collect from us. So we all write it, the amount he collected from us. We all write all her money. This were the money put down in the letter. So down here, sir.
How much was the money totally?
The money totally was 12 million naira for the 5 of us.
Okay.
For the 5 of us that met there that very day. So they now ask him to write a consent letter that the house should be reallocated to another Redeem member, because they said they don't sell house on Redeem camp. That is not allowed. House is not allowed to be sold on Redeem camp. That they should you should write a consent letter that they should take the house, give it to another Redeem member that is interested in the house. So he wrote a letter there. That he wrote the letter and he submitted it. After he submitted the letter, they called again, and we met, and they said he should go and get a valuer for the house. He should value the house. He went and valued the house. At that time, he valued the house to 24 million naira then. So that was around August 2022. He valued the house. So when he valued the house, and they said they cannot use his own valuation, that they will have to get another valuer, on a Redeem camp valuer, to go and value the house. So they went and they valued the house. A month, 2 months, we did not hear anything. They said they valued the house, we should drop our candidates, we will be paid. We did that, we signed, the man signed, and we all went away. After that, each time we call him, he will tell us what is his problem with us. Redeem is now the one in charge of our money, and Redeem will be the one to pay us. So we went back to Barrister Nike Olawepo's office, that we've not been hearing anything. It's been 2 months. We've not been hearing anything again. So she said what she would do for us now is that we should come with her to one of the board of trustees, that's Mommy Oretola's house. That on getting there, that she would listen to us and she will attend to our case. On getting to the house, we were not allowed in, so we stood at the gate. So we were communicating with her over the phone. So we called and we explained our predicament to her. So she said we should hold on, that she will call us back. She called back and she told us that she has put a call across to the GO secretary. That is the person of Pastor Niyi Pastor Niyi. I would come up with the surname. So she now told us that the reason when she called the GO secretary, that the GO secretary said the matter is still at the police station, and any matter that is at the police station, they cannot take it up. That we need to go and withdraw the case from the police station. Now, after we withdraw the case, then they will now take it up from us, then we will be paid. So we were like, we've not been going to the police station, and we have actually left the police station for a while now. And she now said we need to go and get a written letter stamped by the police that we have withdrew. So we went there and we withdraw. This is the letter that we have withdrawn from the police station, sir.
Okay.
So after we submitted this letter that we have withdrawn from the police station, a week after we got this letter from Redeem.
Okay, I can see their logo.
Yes, signed by Barrister Nike Olawepo.
That is Barrister Nike Olawepo. Dear Barrister Nike, we'd love to hear your own side of this story. Let's hear what, because anyway, finish your story.
So in the letter, it was written that the house has been sold to another person, that we should go and conduct our investigation if the house has not been sold. So we went and we were asked to submit a feedback to them, to the panel, that very day. So we went around and we went back to Code of Conduct to confirm if the house has been sold. But Code of Conduct told us then that the documents to the house is still with them, the key to the house is still with them. So the house is not sold, the house is still there. So we went back to them in a letter that the house has not been sold, and the the house is still there. We still went back to Barrister Nike to help us check the letter we are writing, if we write it the right way. Even when we were to go and withdraw the case from police, it was still the same Barrister Nike that helped us draft the letter to be sure we are writing what is right. Okay, after that, after we did all of that, after the letter that was sent back to Redeem, a month we did not still hear anything. Okay, they now we now got a call from Mommy Oretola that we should all meet at Daddy Gio's office at the new arena on Redeem Camp on the 9th of December 2022. So we all gathered at the new arena. We met with her in person. So this time around, we met with her in person. She now told us that she's taking us to Daddy Gio's office. So when we got to Daddy Gio's office, Daddy Gio was not on seat. So we met with Daddy Gio's secretary in person. So she handed us over to Daddy Gio's secretary. So he was attending to somebody, asked us to wait. Later, he called us in and he attended to us. So he now told us that this, our case is, the issue there is that they don't sell house on Redeem Camp. So we either go and look for other means to get our money, or he does not even know that he's no longer interested, or if we keep on praying, if they will get interested later. We're like, we've been calling the pastor and he tells us to come to you, that since the house has been seized from him, that he used the money to build. He said we should go and look for other means to get our money back. We left in tears in his office that very day. So we went back and we take the case back to police station, Alagbon police station. So on getting to Alagbon police station, they invited him. They invited Pastor Adedoyin and the wife. They did their investigation and they find out that he was guilty of the case. So he now pleaded that he will be paying the money gradually. So later we were like, this was the same thing he said to us before we went to withdraw, that the money will be paid by Redeem. So he paid 1.5 million naira to Alagbon that January. But we did not collect the money because we wanted the money to pile up, since the money, we were much and the money was much, so that we can be able to share the money. On getting a month, 2 months, we did not hear anything from Alagbon. So we went back to Alagbon to like, what happened? We've not been hearing anything. Is this man not bringing money? They now told us that, are we not aware that the man has sued us to court, that we're already in court? We're like, in court for what? They said we already withdrew the case. So definitely we don't have any case with him. And now we are now, we are now stepping on his woman rights. And they've actually had 2 hearings on the case in court at Ekpe Court 2. And we were not served. We did not even know that we were in court. And they've had 2 hearings, sir. And he claimed the house he used the house he used the money to build has been collected from him by the Redeem Camp.
Okay. like I told you earlier on, I never hear one side of the story. I always like hearing two sides of the story. I would love it if the redeemed, I would love if this message, this video can get to the attention of the GO, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, who I believe is a man of honor and will look into it. I know he's very busy, but he should just assign a team to look into this so that the aggrieved, we can know what really transpired in this particular case. I'll also like to hear from them if they want to share their own side of the story. How did it go like this? How does your pastor, if the story were true, I don't know if your story is true, so I need to hear from them. Why is their pastor issuing visas and doing COVID tests from home? You know, all these things need to be answered, and I'll appreciate if the RCCG, in whatever capacity, reaches out to me concerning this matter so we can put it to rest. Please, this is really, really, really important. What's your name again?
My name is Folashewa, sir.
What's your surname?
Badebo.
Folashewa Badebo is the one who she feels she's gone to the police. She did not get anything. They started a case in court without serving her. She went to the redeemed camp several times and nothing has come out of it. That's why she called me and said, Daddy Freeze, please, I want to come to your platform to share a story. But
sir, it was the redeemed camp that told us to calm down, that they will pay us.
Okay, so let's hear from the RCCG. Let us hear from the RCCG because this particular matter doesn't sound, in my opinion, doesn't sound right. So I would love it if they can come and share their own side of the story. Please. So, Shewa, we're going to wait for them to see. I'm sorry, just take heart. Let's see if they are going to respond. Once again, if you are a redeemed pastor or you are a redeemed member and you watch Daddy Freeze or you stumbled upon this video or somebody sent you this video, please get this video to the GO or to anyone who you know who is in authority. Forward this video till it gets to someone there who can come and tell us the stance of the church. Because at the end of the day, one bad pastor does not necessarily destroy the church. But I'm not happy with the way it is being handled. If it took money from you, but like I said, you shared your story. Let's hear from them. Thank you so much, Shewa.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Thanks so very much.